This situation has quickly turned into one of the most talked about media rivalries we've seen in a while, and trust me, it just keeps getting messier. The back and forth between DJ Akademiks and Charlamagne has reached a whole new level, with Akademiks now claiming that Charlamagne is basically working on behalf of Roc Nation. But here's where things really took a turn. While Akademiks was away on vacation last week, Charlamagne challenged him to stop dodging the real issue and finally respond to everything involving his associate, George Wen, also known as Grand Wizard. Charlamagne pointed out that Akademiks' friend had been hit with a lawsuit and said he wanted to hear him address the allegations directly instead of changing the subject. He also made it clear that George allegedly wanted no connection to any crypto-related controversy and insisted the matter had absolutely nothing to do with Jay-Z or Roc Nation. According to Charlamagne, bringing up Roc Nation was simply a distraction because in his view, the dispute was strictly between him and Grand Wizard. What's interesting is that Charlamagne dropped those comments right before heading on vacation, and you almost get the feeling he knew the internet would explode while he was away.
This shit is insane, but no, putting the button on it by saying, and me and I can have the conversation publicly if you want to. Because I want to know, I got questions.
Happen right here.
I got questions. I want to know about this stuff. I ain't seen none of y'all talking about this shit. I want to know about this. I'm going to read these two headlines again and then we can pay some bills and move on. But inversewire.com says, pay no attention to the Grand Wizard behind the curtain. 5 lawsuits say the bets were rigged, the screams were bought, and even the chat losing its mind was a hire inside the machine that manufactures Drake. Grand Wizard is mentioned in that. George Wen. I want to hear you talk about that. This ain't got nothing to do with nobody. This is investigations that people been doing on you and your team.
We should have hit Ak.
George.
We could have had Ak come right before you leave.
Just
I need this. I need set the worldwide nigga that off.
I need the nigga that to sit with this for 10 days.
Akademiks didn't waste any time responding during his live stream last night, and this is where the story took an even more unexpected turn. He claimed that someone inside Roc Nation had secretly reached out to him and told him to stop looking at isolated incidents and start paying attention to the bigger picture, asking why Charlamagne always seems to defend Jay-Z and Roc Nation before suggesting there was more going on behind the scenes. That conversation, according to Akademiks, pushed him and his team to start digging for public records instead of relying on rumors. He said they searched the official New York casino bidding website, nycasinos.ny.gov, where the full details of each proposal and the people connected to them are publicly listed. Akademiks explained that Jay-Z's bid was submitted through Roc Nation in partnership with Caesars and the real estate investment firm SL Green. Together, those 3 organizations proposed a massive $4 billion hotel and casino project for Times Square, making it one of the highest-profile bids in the state. Then came the part that really grabbed everyone's attention, because Akademiks pointed to the section listing promoters, sponsors, and other participants, where names such as Sean Parter, Desiree Perez, Jenna Fleischman, Angela Rye, Alicia Keys, and Leonard McKelvey, better known as Charlamagne, were all included.
But I'm going to be honest with you, it took for me to realize this is better than me throwing up Charlamagne's Roc Nation badge on the Summer Jam screen. I'm going to just throw up the federal filing. Fuck it. And you're going to see a link. Keep in mind, my friend who's calling me to put me on game, when I tell him where I think this is coming from. Yo, Charla, my biggest ops, bro, they're Roc Nation. I think it's all Roc Nation, bro. Look what they did. You know what he says? Ak, I think you're bugging. He says he has no connection to them. No ties. But because he fucks with me, he could make a call up there. To help his friend out. I'm like, oh, really? You'll be Minister Louis Farrakhan for your friend? It's my friend. It's Charlamagne Tha God, Leonard McKelvey from what is it, Moncks Corner, South Carolina. That's my guy. I've listened to him for 20 years on the radio box. That's my friend. He tells me he has no affiliation. He's calling me because at times when people were trying to do him in, I called before the person could finish telling me the bad news. Charla, look out for this. Here's where it's coming from. This person, that person, this person, that person. Bro, handle it quick. Don't let it make it to the media. I got you. You're my friend. When he calls me and he says, Ak, I know you've done this for me. I'm returning the favor. I'm like, my guy. But it say never look a gift horse in his mouth, huh? Then I click here, promoters, sponsors, and others. And I scroll down, promoters, sponsors, and others. SL Green. Okay, who are these people? Caesars. Who are these people? You'll look, some of these people are the CEO. They're the, chief financial officer. JP Morgan, Peak. So they're showing not only the companies that have significant financial interest or maybe equity or some ownership, but they show the people who are part of that organization. I scroll down a little bit more, and under Roc Nation, it reads these names: Sean Carter, Desiree Perez, Jana Fleshman, Angela Rye, Alicia Keys, and that's not my motherfucking media goat, Leonard McKelvey, aka Charlamagne, not under the Roc Nation banner. No! No! We got him, y'all. We got him. We got him, y'all. We got him, y'all. Chat, I refreshed this page 40 times. I couldn't believe it. No. I refreshed this shit 40 times, chat. I couldn't believe it. Under Roc Nation, Leonard McKelvey, aka it says known professionally as Charlamagne Tha God, according to how they tried to submit this to the New York State government, they claim that Leonard McKelvey was a part of whatever Roc Nation was going.
At this stage, the real battle between Charlamagne and DJ Akademiks isn't just about the facts, it's about who can control the narrative and convince the audience first. Personally, I find it a little hard to believe that this is the first time Akademiks realized Charlamagne was connected to Roc Nation's casino proposal, because if you've been paying attention, that connection wasn't exactly hidden. Charlamagne even delivered a public speech supporting the casino project, so seeing his name listed as a promoter under the Roc Nation bid shouldn't come as a shocking discovery. Whether his involvement was paid, unpaid, or simply promotional is something only Charlamagne can fully explain, and that's an important distinction to keep in mind. From everything that's publicly available, this information wasn't locked away or buried. It was already out there for anyone willing to look. I could be mistaken, but it doesn't seem like Charlamagne was trying to keep this from the public in the first place. Of course, the internet is going to have a field day with the Roc Nation jokes, and you already know Charlamagne isn't the type to let those slide without firing back. After watching how he handled things last week, don't be surprised if he comes back with another round of jokes and turns this entire conversation into even more entertainment.
Taylor, where we at right now?
In the Jay-Z's pop-up shop.
Okay. Out-of-door merchant here, right? Yep. See if my employee discount works. See if my Roc Nation employee discount works.
If you actually look into what the role of a promoter or sponsor means in a gaming license application, you'll find that it's generally an individual or organization brought in by the casino applicant to help strengthen its chances of securing approval. Their responsibilities include building public support, speaking on behalf of the project, and appearing at community hearings, which is exactly the type of involvement Charlamagne publicly had. The guidelines also require those promoters to disclose any financial relationships connected to the casino bid in the interest of transparency. Now, whether Charlamagne was financially compensated for supporting Roc Nation's casino proposal is something only he can answer, so until then, anything beyond that is speculation. It's also worth pointing out that Charlamagne and Angela Rye have publicly partnered with Roc Nation for the United Justice Coalition, a criminal justice reform initiative and social justice summit that takes place on a regular basis. That's been public knowledge for quite some time, which makes me wonder if Akademiks simply underestimated how closely Charlamagne has worked alongside Roc Nation over the years. At the same time, if someone is openly backing a major project, it's not exactly surprising to see their name listed as a promoter or sponsor connected to it. In the same way, if DJ Akademiks appeared as a promoter for one of Drake's major ventures, most people probably wouldn't be caught off guard by that either. Still, I'm not here to ruin a headline or interrupt a good narrative, because that's clearly what this rivalry has become.
If anyone really wanted to settle this debate once and for all, the simplest answer would be complete transparency. Show the financial records from the past 5 years, and if there are payments from Roc Nation or OVO, the facts would speak for themselves. Until that ever happens, though, the conversation is going to stay fueled by opinions, assumptions, and internet speculation. So now I want to hear from you. Do you believe Akademiks truly exposed Charlamagne as a so-called Roc Nation employee, or do you think this is just another move in an ongoing battle to control the narrative?